On a normal school day, 16-year-old Max was sitting in the back of his junior math class. Come on, hurry up. There were 6 minutes left of his class, and then he would be free. Free to go home and sleep and hang out with all of his friends later that weekend. Max sat and thought all of the things he was going to do, and none of them involved a single bit of math. The bell class rang, and everyone basically ran out of the class. Just like Max, they couldn't wait until they could be free from this awful classroom. As Max walked to his locker and opened it to grab his books, he saw a picture fall from the top shelf of his locker all the way to the floor. It had not been there before class. Confused, Max picked up the picture. It was a picture of a girl, just a normal girl, nothing out of the ordinary. She was holding up 2 fingers as if she was making a peace sign, and she appeared to be the same age as Max, but Max had never seen it. Although she seemed like a normal girl, the picture did not. It had an uneasy feeling when he looked at it. An eerie lighting and an uneasy setting. Max brushed off the feeling and went around and asked people at his school if they had ever seen the girl, but no one ever had. Max just assumed that she had never even gone to that school, or maybe she had and just moved away. Max slowly walked home later that day, and with every stop he had, he looked at the picture of this woman, still confused. When he got home, he saw his sister sitting on the couch and walked up to her and asked, "Have you ever seen this girl?" She rolled her eyes and looked at the picture and said, "No, Max, stop being a creep. Who gave you that picture anyways?" Max never evaluated how this situation could be seen, but he didn't entirely care. Okay, 1, not creepy, and 2, I just found it sitting in my locker today. As he walked upstairs, things were racing through his mind on how this picture got into his locker. When he walked into his room, he laid on his bed, tired from school, but still thinking about how the picture got into his locker. At around 2 a.m. that night, he heard a light tapping on the window of his room, as if it was long fingernails tapping. This was followed by a small giggle, a very feminine one, and then silence. Max jolted up out of his bed and looked all around, and didn't see anything. He thought very little of it, and that it could have just been his mind playing tricks on him, so he went back to sleep. This happened for the next few nights. He'd be awoken at around 2 a.m. with light tapping and a giggle. Throughout the week, Max started to become more and more confused about the situation and wondered what to do with the picture. But one night at the same time, 2 a.m., he heard the same sound as the previous nights before, a light tapping and a feminine giggle. But something changed. When Max looked up right outside of his window, this time he saw a woman staring in at him. As he moved towards the window, he realized this was the girl from the picture. She walked away from his window as he got closer. Max, confused, put on shoes and got ready to run outside to see what she was doing out there. Once he stepped outside, he saw her standing right across the street from him. For the first time ever, he saw this girl in flesh. He couldn't believe that she was standing right across the street from him. So, without looking, Max ran straight into the street without thinking anything of it. Moments later, Max was hit with a car and died. Oh my God. Oh my God. A man stepped out of the car that hit Max and saw Max laying dead on the road. The only thing that felt like Max had a grip on life was the picture. The man grabbed the picture to see what Max was doing with it, and when he grabbed it, he saw a woman, a normal woman, holding up 3 fingers.